All right, everyone, welcome back to Eddie and AJ. We're going to remind you again to please follow us on Twitter at Iona_WICR, on Instagram at WICR_Iona College Radio, on Facebook at W-I-C-R, and be sure to check out our website, ionacollegeradio.wix.com/WICR. So we're back talking about some Iona athletics.
Yes, we are.
Going on right now. So this past weekend, volleyball took a win over UMass Lowell, 3-0.
They were sweep.
Another sweep. And then soccer lost by 1 at Canisius, unfortunately, this past weekend, Sunday the 5th. So looking ahead now to this weekend, we got women's basketball at Arizona. So
out west.
Listen, it says nice. Arizona, I guess they're driving out to where the warm weather is.
Well, I hope they're not driving.
I'm sorry, flying. Yeah.
I do hope they're flying.
Yeah, hopefully they will be playing it over there. So 2 p.m. Eastern Time, they're going to be at Arizona. It's going to be a live video and stats online. Men and women's swim at Monmouth is going to be at 4 p.m. And men's basketball at Albany, it's going to be at 7 p.m. Go check it out on ESPN 3.
So just as we're talking basketball a little bit, where the preseason polls for the MAC and actually the country had come out, the MAC one had come out in the middle of October. So for the preseason coaches poll, we'll run through on the men's side from 11 all the way up. We have Quinnipiac coming in at 11. Number 10 is Marist, Canisius at 9, St. Peter's at 8. Number 7 is Rider, Siena is at 6, Niagara at 5. Number 4 is Fairfield. Number 3 is Monmouth. Number 2 is Manhattan. And your number 1 team going into the preseason in the MAC are your Iona Gales.
Absolutely.
So, defending MAC champions.
No surprise.
Probably a lot of pressure. They got an X on their back. So, they open up the season, as Eddie said, against Albany this Friday. And then their second game, they actually head up to the Carrier Dome to play Syracuse.
Yep. It's going to be Tuesday the 14th at 7 p.m. And that'll be on ESPN 3.
And on the women's side, coming in at 11, we have St. Peter's, number 10, Manhattan, number 9, Niagara, number 8 is Siena, Canisius is 7, number 6 is Rider, number 5, Monmouth, number 4 is Fairfield, number 3 are your Iona Gales, number 2 is Marist, and number 1 is Quinnipiac, coming in at number 1 on the women's MAC preseason coaches poll. So Iona basketball, both sides, well represented. Should be interesting to see what goes on this season. And also what came out, I believe it was last night, were the AP Top 25 preseason rankings for the rest of Division 1. So we'll briefly touch on that.
Yes,
we'll do the top 10. We have USC, so University of Southern California, North Carolina, Florida, Wichita State, Villanova, that's your 10 through 6, and your number 5, really some usual suspects, Kentucky, Kansas, Arizona, Michigan, and Duke is your preseason number 1 team in the country.
Very cool.
Basketball is fun. Basketball is always a fun season to be a part of, and it's exciting, especially here. Iona's
big on it.
Yeah,
it's huge. Probably our biggest sport.
Oh, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
Definitely looking forward to the season, the home games, and everything there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's gonna be a lot of fun,
especially when we play Manhattan. Big rivalry.
Exactly. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But just to wrap up the rest of the weekend, on Saturday the 11th, we have volleyball versus Marist. That's going to be at 1 p.m. on ESPN 3. And men and women's swim is going to be at Providence, 1 p.m. on Saturday the 11th. And to wrap up the weekend, volleyball versus Siena, 1 o'clock p.m. It's going to be on ESPN 3 as well. So be sure to check that out online if you have the time to, and support your Iona Gales.
Yeah, so basketball season, as we said, but also going on at other Division I colleges around the country. College football still going on.
Came out a little while.
Yesterday, the official college football rankings, they come out. I believe now they'll be coming out, every Tuesday. So actually, quite, the top 4 remain the same.
Yeah.
But there were some shakeups beneath that. Ohio State had a bad loss against a very good Iowa team.
Mm-hmm.
They fell. Penn State lost their second game in a row. They fell. So now you actually have no Big Ten teams within the top 5 or top 6.
Wow.
So, if you're a Big Ten fan from out there in the Midwest, your only hope left is really Wisconsin. But to go through the top 10, we have Auburn at number 10 at 7-2, SEC school. Washington from the Pac-12 is sitting there at 9 at 8-1, as I mentioned before. Wisconsin 9-0, but sitting at number 7. Number 8. Then we have Miami out of the ACC sitting at 8-0 in the 7th spot. And then your top 6, you have TCU out of the Big 12. They're 8-1. You also have Oklahoma out of the Big 12. They're 8-1 as well. Clemson, and then for your top 4, so these would be the teams, if the season ended today, would get into the college football playoff. We have Clemson at 8-1, your defending champions. Notre Dame, which has been kind of a surprise. They haven't had a very historic program, obviously, but haven't really been atop the rankings in a while. They're sitting there at number 3, 8-1. And then your top 2 schools, they haven't changed. Alabama is at 2 with 9-0, and Georgia is still atop the college football world at 9-0. Should be interesting. I mean, if these two teams, win out, they'll be facing each other in the SEC championship game, and then that will force the committee to make a very big decision if they let both those teams in or just one. But Georgia does have a tough game this week. They are playing Auburn, who, as I said, they're sitting at number 10, so top 10 matchup. That'll be a great game. Alabama's playing Mississippi State. That's rivalry game. Probably one of the and there's actually a lot of very good games. I'm looking at the schedule. Notre Dame is playing Miami. That's a 3 versus a 7. You have and then probably the Clemson versus Florida State, and probably the biggest matchup of the week out of the Big 12, Oklahoma versus TCU.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
5-6 matchup. The winner of that game, they could rise. I mean, because as I said, Georgia and Notre Dame both playing, top 10 opponents. So college football, this is the point where it gets exciting because the rankings are excited. Gets into rivalry week, and then you get those, championship games. So college football, really, it's a fun time of the year.
Absolutely.
I've only gotten into it the past couple of years. I don't know about you with college football, but you watch it?
Yeah, no, definitely. I definitely keep up with the bigger games, like we mentioned. Definitely, it's an exciting time, Yeah,
definitely.
I have a couple friends out there in those big schools too.
Oh, really?
They're eating it up.
Oh, that's
so
dope.
It's a lot of fun.
That's dope. Alrighty, well, that is your sort of college sports roundup. Expect a lot of that, these next coming weeks, especially now with baseball over. Talking a lot, especially college basketball with, your Iona Gales. But that's it for now. We'll be back in a short bit talking on a little bit of entertainment.